Okay, pages, good afternoon. I hope you are all well. Today
Yes
we
po.
have the story entitled The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Once upon a time, there was a lovely little town called Hamelin. The people of the village lived in peace and harmony for years. Harvests were good, and the people prospered. There were tunes and dances from dawn until dusk. However, one day, almost everything in Hamelin changed. What was the change? Oh, okay. Thousands and thousands of rats instantly ran into the town. There were big rats, small rats, skinny rats, and fat rats. The plague of monsters scratched their way into houses and swarmed through the streets. The plague of rats drove townspeople outrageous. There are rats in my desk, cried one man. There are rats in my shoes, shouted another. Women ran from their kitchens in panic. Ah! Great black rats scurried into shop cupboards and swarmed over their food. Kids cried and held one another. All the while, rats nibbled at their toys and tugged at their dresses. The residents of Hamelin hurried out to find the mayor. Get rid of these mice, shouted the public. The mayor held out his hands in hopelessness. What can I do? He questioned. There are rats in my house as well. Well, a couple of days later, a stranger requested to see the mayor. The curious fellow was clad and dressed from head to foot in red and yellow. He was holding a fluted pipe. I am the Pied Piper, he smiled. I could make the rats disappear if you pay me 1,000 silver coins. Although he knew this was a small fortune, the mayor agreed. He would do anything in order to rid the town of this daunting plague of rats. Don't forget your promise, warned the Pied Piper, sweeping out of the door. The mayor watched from his window as the stranger walked across the main square. Then the Pied Piper started to play an interesting tune. Rats streamed out of the houses and stores, enchanted by the melody. The Pied Piper traveled towards the river, still playing the unusual tune on his pipe. The roads of Hamelin turned black with torrents of deserting rats. The plague swept its way to the river bank. Rat after rat tumbled into the waters, never to be seen When each and every rat had perished, the Pied Piper came back for his payment. I have nothing for you. The foolish man sent the Pied Piper away without paying him a single penny. Well, I will perform another tune, promised the stranger, and you will not be so pleased with what will happen. The Pied Piper walked out onto the streets. He began to play a new refrain on his pipe. This tune was extremely haunting compared to the previous one. In all the homes and in all the streets of the Hamelin, the children stopped playing. One by one, they jogged, following the Pied Piper. The people called their children to stop, but they did not appear to hear. The kids followed the Pied Piper through the town and over the river. The Pied Piper brought the captivated kids towards a great mountain. All of a sudden, an entrance showed up in the rock, and all the children of Hamelin escaped inside. The Pied Piper danced on, leading the kids to a wonderful land blooming with trees and shrubs and flowers. Just one little boy did not vanish into the mountainside. The little one had his leg hurt and could only hobble on crutches. He witnessed his friends enter into the mountain, but he was too slow to follow them. The small kid made his way back to the village. The mayor ran up to him, his face filled with tension. My friends are inside a mountain with a Pied Piper, cried the boy. They will never return. The townspeople stormed into the market square. Furious parents pointed their fingers and shook their fists at the mayor. Where are our kids? They demanded. The mayor hung his head in shame. You must find them, yelled the villagers. Bring our kids back to us. The mayor fled the town at once, ashamed by his greed. He spent years and years roaming the mountain trails, looking for the missing kids of Hamelin. Even when he grew old and his clothes turned to rags, he never gave up on his journey. Some say that he is still out there exploring today. The end.